Live from WBFF.
Plus, Major Capers will be coming to theaters next February. We are going to take a closer look at what inspired this film coming up next. It is 8:42 and you're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning.
Nominated for Best First-Time Filmmaker and winner of Best Documentary Local Choice Award at the GI Film Festival. The documentary Major Capers, Legend of the Team Broadminded is a historic story coming soon to theaters. Here now to explain this upcoming historical documentary, producer Ashley Cusato, yes. Cusato and Major Capers himself. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in here. The inspiration, though, we're waiting for this great... First of all, congratulations on the awards that you have.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, excited to be able to see this film coming up. We have to wait until February, but in the meantime, you can give us a little sneak peek behind what the inspiration is. And I wanted to ask you first here. This is going to be released here in February. What inspired you? What did Major Capers do to say, okay, I need to follow this man around with a camera?
Well, you know, originally, General James Williams approached me to produce this documentary, and just an extraordinary story about an extraordinary man who has become a very dear friend, and we have had quite an adventure over the years, almost 8 years now, in creating this documentary. So we're really excited to see it to fruition. And
it's incredible. I know finally it's done. It's in the can. It's already at the theaters. I mean, headed that way for distribution. 8 years, though, in the making. Major Capers, when you first came in, I wanted to start with you talking about this. African-American enlisted men in the military. You're going back when you enlisted. What have you seen? What has changed today versus when you first signed up?
Well, when I first signed up, Tom, we were at war, and continuously, and the world didn't seem to appreciate the contributions of African Americans. Now that's changed. You know, the African American soldier or Marine doesn't have to sit in the back of the bus or those types of things. You know, the civil rights laws have happened. And I think it's time for a change, and the young men and women who served in the Marine Corps and the Army appreciate this.
They do. And you've seen this going on, but now let's fast forward to the last 8 years of your life when Ashley came to you and said, you know what, I want to tell your story. What was that like?
And she's done it very well, and her staff. Really, it was a period of healing. I owe a lot to the men who served with me. I owe a lot to the Marine Corps and to this country. I want to tell the story, and just so happened she was available.
And Ashley, let's talk about this, because you're asking Major Capers to go back into his life, go back to some horrific memories of his. You're trying to get him to come and discuss that. What was that
Major
like?
Capers' entire life story is so inspiring, and he was up against adversity throughout his life and continued to persevere, both as a young gentleman, during a time of civil unrest, and to the point where he volunteered for the Marine Corps in 1955, and ultimately when he returned, by the way, he grew up in Baltimore, Maryland, and volunteered here in Baltimore, Maryland, and when he went to the Marine Corps, came back from Vietnam many years later, an American hero, truly. Wounded 19 times, over 50 classified missions. It's been extraordinary.
Just incredible. Last question for you, sir. I know that we are out of time, but is this movie now for upcoming men that are and women that are now going into the armed services, or is this something for those that have fallen?
It is indeed for those who are about to serve. I run into a young Marine last evening who had already signed up, and he's just waiting to serve. So we've set the standards now, and they've just got to sign the documents.
I want to thank you personally for your service, first of all.
Sure.
Second of all, for Ashley, too, to be able to put your name now, and your name in the lights. A lot of people want to do that for what you've just done, just living your life. Now you're in the lights come February 1st. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom.
It's been an honor. Thank you. Can I say one quick thing?
Sure.
Mayor Pugh is going to be presenting Major Capers with a proclamation this Sunday on Veterans Day, 9 a.m. So it would be great to see everybody out there.
All right. Thank you again. Thank you. And, of course, this film, February 1st, coming and opening up.